The crimes of Batman Inc. have landed them in prison. Thus, Batman believes that the only way to help his old allies is to break them out. But what if the members of Batman Inc. don't want the Dark Knight's help? And what happens when Lex Luthor finds himself lost within the darkness against the villainous Abyss? Joshua Williamson achieves a hat trick with his third outing on Batman, as he's able to maintain the quality from the previous 2 issues. Now honestly, I think it's safe to say that this run of Batman won't be going down in the Batman Bible as one of the best or the most groundbreaking Batman experience. Yet it doesn't need to be, because at the end of the day, it's simply a well-written story. It's your typical Batman mystery with a competent story along with some great art and interesting twists, which keep the story's mystery enticing. But more importantly, it's a story that treats Batman respectfully, putting him through the ringer without making him seem weak or ineffectual. I know for me personally, a Batman who has contingencies for his contingencies and is always 18 steps ahead is pretty fucking boring. There's no risk nor worry that we the reader should feel. He's basically a character from the Fast and Furious franchise. Doesn't matter if he gets shotgunned to the chest or if Bane breaks his dick or something, because Batman predicted it. Fortunately, Williamson strikes a good medium here by writing a Batman who knows what he's doing and how he needs to solve a case, but can still be taken by surprise. For a character who's traditionally depicted as a man that's superior to everyone in the room, having a handicapped Batman is an intriguing choice by Williamson, already to be taken out of his element by taking him out of Gotham City in favor of Benishna. This move adds another layer of peril to the proceedings, which again isn't making Batman seem weak, but rather it's saying, hey, here's another obstacle. Now watch on how Batman overcomes it. This take also leads into one of the most coolest sequences so far from this Williamson run. Batman using his lack of sight to his advantage when he tries to spring the members of Batman Inc. out from prison. And even that leads to another development Batman didn't see coming, but maybe he should have. I mean, whenever someone like Lex Luthor is involved in anything, one can never be too sure. Also, when it comes to Luthor, it's no surprise that the arch nemesis of Superman is written extremely well. Being smug and slimy, Lex is a joy to read when he has nothing but contempt for everyone. And seeing him practically dangle Batman Inc. over Bruce's head is deliciously despicable. It's a credit to Williamson that we still don't know what his motivations are. Are they truly self-serving, or whether there's a more altruistic element subtly in play? When it comes to the book's art, much like in issue 118 and 19, George Molina and Mike Janine's pencils weave and blend spectacularly, truly making it feel as if this issue was the work of a single artist. In today's comic book world, you don't get many books with multiple pencilers that feel consistent, let alone feel like different artists were even meant to be working together. Yet Molina and Janine are a stellar combination. There's a grittiness and a noir aesthetic to the scenes with Batman as he sleuths out on what's going on with Batman Inc. Yet there's also this vibrant undercurrent that both resonates with the detective storyline and brings some much welcoming shades of color. I particularly love the surprise that Lex Luthor reveals with his power suit, that having some bright yellow glowing accents. The pages are vibrant and eye-catching with a real sense of versatility. From action-packed panels showcasing brutal fight scenes to more intimate pages that show a convulsing Batman, all of it demands the reader's attention. The final panel itself is a real treat too, depicting several characters forming up on an unholy union. The size and shape of these characters are a testament to the artistic team's eye for detail, as each character has its unique look and aura. This issue is a profitable page-turner. The only issue I had was the fact that the story had some minor details missing from its narrative. And no, I'm not saying you're not going to understand what's going on, but just some small little things where at times, with just a bit more refinement, can help make a story feel much, much cleaner. But overall, this issue is a profitable page-turner with teasing a potential Wayne Luthor marriage of convenience that could provide some golden moments for the readers. Clashes between these two alpha males have always been exciting, so I cannot wait to see what's about to come next. Batman issue 120 gets a 9 out of 10. Our story picks up in Benishna, outside the precinct where Batman went to examine Abyss's supposed corpse, but it turned out to be just a carcass of someone else, not important, who died months ago. And it was here where Batman was ambushed by the very alive Abyss, who seemingly injured and blinded Batman. Now the police here have been alerted to Batman's presence, And so we see the police chief radioing to his police force to find and arrest Batman. Meanwhile, we have Detective Kala loading up a body bag into one of the police vans, trying to make it seem as if, she's shipping out Abyss's body over to Lex Luthor's lab. To which the chief praises her because he's basically in love with Lex, since Lex is giving the precinct thousands upon thousands of dollars. But once Kata drives away, we find out it was actually Batman inside the body bag. Now immediately the detective questions Batman about his eyes, because they look pretty messed up, almost like he dipped his eyes in some sort of black-like ooze. Batman tells her that whatever Abyss did to his vision has yet to worn off, so it's probably a good chance that whatever is happening won't go away. And so because of this, he tells her that he needs a dark place where no one can see him, so that he can work and examine his eyes. And with that, the detective tells him that she knows just the place. Meanwhile at L Corp, we pick up with Lex Luthor, receiving a phone call from the police chief, reporting everything that has transpired at the precinct, whilst letting Luthor know that Batman tried to take Abyss's corpse, and that the entire police force is now trying to find him. Lex, however, for good reason, doubts that the police will actually be able to catch Batman. But regardless, he threatens the chief to not disappoint him, and that if his men aren't there within the hour, then he will cut off his funding. Suddenly, this is where the lights in L Corp go black. But unlike Batman, Lex knows what's about to happen. Thus, he's prepared, as he busts out a sexy, polished suit, something Batman-esque, armor made of nanotech, a suit which Lex reveals he designed for Batman, in case Batman decided to join Batman Inc. However, since Batman declined the offer, he might as well get his money's worth. Lex acknowledges that he wasn't the one who broke their deal, but he understands why Abyss is doing what he's doing. However, everyone's favorite bald-headed douchebag lets Abyss know that his talents won't work on him, because he isn't scared of him. And so Lex calls out Abyss, telling him to get ready for a fight. And it's here where we see Abyss appearing from behind Luthor as he lunges from the darkness. From there, we switch scenes over to Detective Kala's apartment, where Batman fills her in on everything that he found out at the precinct, from Abyss being alive to Batman Inc. being innocent. And as she's about to serve Batman some tea, while offering to turn on the light so that, he can see better, he tells her not to, because he needed to take his mask off in order to examine his eyes. But he also lets her know that it's not just his eyes, but that Abyss did something to his head. Not being sure if it's nanotech or bioinfection, Batman tells her that he can't do a full scan here since he doesn't have the tools he normally does in Batcave. And so Kala's like, alright, well, let's call some of your backup, which one of your Robins and Batgirls are available. But Batman answers her with silence, basically making it clear to her that he doesn't want to call anyone, as he likes to work alone. However, we the reader, Batman fans, we know that's complete horseshit, because everyone from Superman to Damian to even Alfred, everyone is busy, off-world, or sadly dead. However, the detective here, she understands and respects his wishes, to which he then gives Batman her backstory. Even though he didn't ask for it, she's telling him anyway, letting him know that her parents went missing back when she was just a kid, and so when she graduated from the police academy, she purposely went into missing persons in order to solve their case, and that's how she got into the whole Abyss thing. However, everyone thought that she was chasing a ghost, therefore because of it, she always had to work alone. Now, stitching up Batman's wounds, Batman remarks that Abyss is deadly, and that he uses the darkness as his weapon, but he's also fast and quiet. Therefore, Batman wants to fix whatever Abyss did to his eyes, then he needs to find out on what happened between Abyss and Batman Inc., which means he needs to talk to Batman Inc. However, the group are locked up in a state-of-the-art maximum security prison that was built by Lex Luthor. And now that the police chief knows Batman is after Batman Inc., he's probably moved them to solitary confinement. But Batman assures the detective that he's worked with Batman Inc. before, and he knows that they are good people, and that they are worth saving. And the fact that they let themselves get arrested speaks volume. And so he tells her that they will listen to him, but he just needs to get to them. And so from there, Batman puts on his mask and suits up to break Batman Inc. out of prison. Now you're probably wondering on, how is Batman going to pull this off? Since he's blind as a bat, pun. But don't worry folks, our hero has an idea. And thus this is where we pick up with Batman Inc. inside the prison, where the group are being moved to a separate holding cell, when all of a sudden the lights go out. Now Batman Inc., they think it's Abyss, but it's not. It's Batman, motherfuckers. And our Dark Knight takes out the guards like a badass mofo, along with the help of Detective Kaya, who's currently acting as Batman's eyes, using a laptop from outside the prison. From there, Batman tells the group that he's breaking them out, ordering them to get to the roof so that they can debrief with regards to what happened with Abyss. However, Batman Inc. lets Batman know that they are not going anywhere with him, and they ask him on why he's trying to break out a bunch of murderers like them out of prison. And Batman's like, WTF, what are you guys talking about? Abyss isn't dead. I can prove your innocence once we get out of this place. But Batman Inc. are still refusing to follow. Now, seeing that the prison systems are going to be going back online any second, Batman's like, okay, well, can you at least tell me why you guys are working for Lex Luthor? Is it the money? Like, what is it? And this is where we see Batman Inc. getting angrier in a very strange way, almost like they're unstable. And they let Batman know that Lex Luthor didn't fund Batman Inc. Rather, he gave them a mission. Suddenly, they begin to attack Batman, and he's completely taken back by this, as they're just beating the crap out of him. But fortunately, Batman manages to use his senses in order to daringly fight back. However, this is when the prison security systems reset, to which prison guards begin to show up and start opening fire. So yeah, basically Batman's screwed. But fear not, beautiful people, because this is where we see the arrival of Lex Luthor, crash landing on top of the prison roof, wearing his slick, new, badass Batman armor. Now, Batman is surprised to see Luthor here, but he soon realizes that Luthor is the only person or object that he can actually see properly. And so Batman's like, okay, what the hell is going on, Lex? Like, why can I see you? But Lex lets him know that he just barely escaped Abyss, and that all this was a trap to get both Batman and him in one place. Therefore, if Batman wants to stop Abyss, the only way to do that is to work for Lex Luthor. And thus, this is where Batman Inc. revealed to Batman that although Lex Luthor may have funded the new Batman Inc., their true leader is Abyss. And it's here we see the arrival of Abyss, standing at the forefront of a united Batman Inc. And he tells Batman to join them in the dark and to help kill Lex Luthor. And that, folks, was the end of Batman issue 120. And thank you guys for checking out my channel, as it truly means the world to me. And as always, I'm your majestic sayer of words, SuperCliff. And if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button. And also hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue 121? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace.